Hello everyone. Today is July 18th, 2019. I am at the historic Astoria Square right now, and today I'm going to take you on a walk on Newtown Avenue in Astoria, Queens. Right now it is 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius, and it is around 5 o'clock p.m. So right now I'm facing my camera at the historic Astoria Flatiron building. This is actually an older building than the Flatiron building that's in Manhattan. This one was actually established in 1889 by the ⁴ Furniture Company. It lasted for several decades, but now it is home to a Mexican grill, a deli and grocery. No, that's not part of the building. That's part of the adjacent building. Oh, a Mexican grill and a deli and grocery, and maybe some residences on the top floor, but it's a 4-story building. But Astoria Square is at the intersection of 4 streets, 27th Avenue, Astoria Boulevard, which actually is on the left side of where I'm facing right now, across the street, and then it turns and crosses over onto this side of the street, Astoria Boulevard, 21st Street, and Newtown Avenue, which I'm about to walk on. Historically, those names have changed throughout the years. 21st Street used to be Van Alst Avenue. Astoria Boulevard used to be called Flushing Avenue because it extended all the way to Flushing, Queens. And Newtown Avenue perhaps had no name at all. Rumor has it that it used to be one of the oldest roads in the neighborhood because the Native Americans used it to traverse the swampland to the neighborhood of Woodside. So I'm going to wait for a safe time to cross the street here, as it is a very busy intersection. Looks like I do have a red traffic light over there, so I'm going to cross over right now. This intersection is notoriously very busy and very dangerous to cross just because of the 4 different streets that I mentioned, and also because 21st Street is a major thoroughfare for motor vehicle traffic heading north and south throughout Astoria. That's probably throughout most of Astoria's history, even when it was back known as Astoria Square. You can see why this area is very busy. I love that dome architecture at the top of the Astoria Square building, the Flatiron building, formerly known as the ⁴ Furniture Store. You see, even though the traffic over here stops, there's still cars turning, so it's a very, very dangerous intersection. Okay, now I'm going to cross. This store at the corner has always been a fried chicken place for as long as I can remember. I even think it used to be called a Kennedy Fried Chicken at one point. But this is the intersection of Astoria Boulevard and Newtown Avenue. That furniture market across the street, you know what? Let me just walk over to it right now. I don't even think that it's in business anymore. I haven't really seen this place open for as long as I can remember. But there's Astoria Boulevard. If you like to check out Astoria Boulevard, I also did a non-narrated video throughout Astoria Boulevard's length in Astoria to the East River. This Seatown Farmers Market across the street used to be an auto repair shop and supply store. Now it is a supermarket. Actually, it's a well-deserved supermarket for the neighborhood because traditionally this part of Astoria has a severe need for grocery stores and supermarkets. This is 23rd Street, and at the intersection of Newtown Avenue and 23rd Street we have this school. It's called the Young Women's Leadership School of America, a public school owned by the New York City government. It used to be the home of the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Catholic school. It was an elementary school. But the school sold over the property to the city of New York. So you see here the Young Women's Leadership School of Astoria. Oh, it's Young Women's Leadership School of Astoria. I said of America, but it's of Astoria. There in the courtyard, you can see there's a statue of Mary. This is the home of the office for the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish. The church is still standing, as you see here. There's residences across the street. So a lot of history in this building, in this area. This church is one of the oldest buildings in Astoria. A very, very interesting architecture. They are doing some construction on the eastern side of the church. I don't know when it's going to be finished. Across the street is a gourmet deli, the Crescent Gourmet Deli and Grocery, selling a variety of different things. This hair salon across the street, the Imagination Unisex Hair Designer, has been here for as long as I remember. They're actually very, very good hairstylists. They're a favorite of the neighborhood. Now Newtown Avenue becomes a lot more residential. Some of these homes have really interesting features that make them very unique, like these lion statues on the outside. This tall residential building, the Newtown Tower, didn't always used to be this tall. It used to be I don't remember, but I don't think it was any more tall than a two-family house. But it just goes to show you what happens when there's development. It's more advantageous for property owners to build higher and then rent out or sell the individual units. They'll earn more money that way. Here is 28th Street.
And I was like,
And one block further down is Astoria Boulevard. Newtown Avenue is unique in that it forms a 45-degree angle in regards to the street grid. So as I'm heading down Newtown Avenue, I'm actually getting closer to 30th Avenue. So this building with all the scaffolding on the outside is the ⁴ Montessori School. It's an early education institution. But as you can see, they're doing a lot of construction right now. I don't know if it'll actually be turned into still an early education center, but that's what it used to be. Actually, this is the ⁴ Montessori School. It actually used to be one story, and then they turned it into a multi-story building. But this building here, I don't remember exactly what it used to be before. Maybe it was part of the school's land, and then they sold it off for development. I'm not exactly sure. It's an eyewear store, tattoo artist, and here's Coroni Grill. It's Greek. I highly recommend this restaurant. It's very good and tasty. A very underrated Greek restaurant. Astoria historically is home to many Greek restaurants around the neighborhood, as it is a traditionally known as a Greek immigrant neighborhood. There's the elevated Astoria train. The N and W train runs along 31st Street in Astoria. This Goodyear auto supply store across the street has been here for a very long time. I don't remember it being anything but a Goodyear restaurant. This Don Coqui restaurant is very, very good. It's not open until much later in the evening, but it has very good Yelp reviews. I highly encourage you to try them out. Taste of Bengal is very, very delicious Indian and Bengali food. I've eaten there many times and it's very good. Okay. Mellow pizza is also very delicious. New York's also famous for their pizza, and there's an endless amount of pizza restaurants in pretty much every neighborhood in the city. All of these buildings to my left, the Newtown Plaza and this set of buildings here are all new developments. This Catch Astoria, New York grill is very, very good. A very popular place to have a beer or a drink. Cascara Coffee and Tea, a nice little spot to hang out as well. The Pistilli Tower. And as you can see, I told you that Newtown Avenue runs at a 45-degree angle to the street grid. There's 30th Avenue, which is a very, very short walk from where I am right now. This building across the street traditionally used to be the Athens Cafe back in the 90s. I don't know if there's actually going to be a tenant in that space for a while. I actually forgot the name of the business that was there previously. But right now I'm on 30th Avenue. This is the Key Food supermarket, one of the two main supermarkets that are near the 30th Avenue train station. The other one being the Trade Fair. United Brothers Fruit Markets is open 7 days a week, 24 hours. And here we have a major operation. I read from the Astoria Reddit page from last night after that crazy thunderstorm, which I actually walked through and captured video of. I'll leave a link to it in the upper right corner. It left this block of 33rd Street without power from 30th Avenue to 31st Avenue, and maybe even all the way up to Astoria Boulevard as well. I'm not exactly sure. But it does seem that the Key Food supermarket has power. I see their lights on. So I really hope their power will be restored soon. One of the users on Reddit said that it won't be until Friday when the power will be restored, and today is Thursday. So they'll be out without power for 1.5 days maybe. And in a city like New York, where people depend on their power, that's actually a long time to wait. But anyway, just to leave you off, on 30th Avenue past Steinway Street, there's another street that begins called Newtown Road. And I'm not exactly sure if Newtown Avenue and Newtown Road are connected, but if they are, the old Native American trail and Newtown Road is also at a 45-degree angle. I wouldn't be surprised if the historic route of this Native American trail walked along Newtown Avenue, along 30th Avenue, and then continued onto Newtown Road to Astoria, to Woodside. It would make the most sense. But I'll leave this video off here, folks. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to stay tuned for the next adventure. Catch you all later.